I'm going to talk about conflict resolution for a manager position or employee position. This is my biography and education and experience. So I want to apply for the manager position and my degree is a business management program. So my unique is my past experience with the American store and also I got a medical degree and also nursing program at the Parkland College, but I didn't finish that program because of the financial difficulty and not enough time problem. So I want to defense like a lawyer, even I don't have license, and I want to act like a lawmaker, even I don't have the lawyer maker or whatever it is, but I still want to make the amendment. So table of content, conflict resolution can be classified as an informal or formal process that two or more parties use to find a peaceful solution to their dispute. So if it have conflict resolution, we can solve with a fight fight technique. So it means like for cooperativeness and assertive. So this side is a cooperativeness, this side is a assertive. So strategy one is avoiding a conflict or ignore or withdraw. Two, compete. Compete means like want to win the conflict, planning to win. So we need to compete. So they are assertive, not cooperated. So competition included, it will become like assertive, accommodating. Accommodating is like kind of like not compete, but they just it is not assertive, but they are being cooperated. It means like, for example, I have discrimination minded, right? I couldn't work for the African. I didn't want to work for African. But African want to be my boss. African want me to work for them. So what did they do? For example, right now I'm working at the Abana Middle School. How many students right over there? 600. How many students are African? It's a 500. Altogether 650 students. 500 is African. So how many percent is that? Over 75% are African. So that kind of accommodation I got for conflict resolution. If you see like I have discrimination minded, and then like they want me to have to be not discrimination minded people. Will it be possible? Maybe one day, right? Because the law exists. You can change me to be a not discrimination minded people. Right? This is how American people want, right? Because Americans are so nice. I'm not bitching. This is what they want. So how about African want? They want the same. If they are hoping one day I don't have discrimination minded, I will give them friendship, right? So I accept the accommodation and I work at the Abana Middle School right now. So is that the best way to solve the problem? No. So it is called accommodation. How about collaborating? Collaborating is like for both assertive and cooperated. And compromising is a partially assertive and cooperated. So I'm doing like kind of like right now I'm accepting like accommodation. But for me, like the way I want to solve the problem is a compete. We need to compete, we need to solve the problem, right? So it is the conflict that we are facing at work between African and American, either American or Chinese. I will solve the problem how they went and how they behave at work. So African, they feel themselves that American and Chinese mistreat them. So this is like very common cases. Are they rich? Are they poor? Maybe they are rich. How rich? Millionaire, billionaire. How poor? Almost homeless or homeless. All those African. But they still want the friendship and they cannot get friendship. Even they are millionaire, billionaire. Or even they are vice president. Right now, who is our vice president? Kamala Harris, right? Can she get the friendship of the, for example, me, from me? Even like almost homeless Chinese. No. So we are facing that kind of discrimination. But when I say that one, oh, Kelly, you are almost homeless. She is a vice president. Give them friendship. You will even get a money. You will even get a job. You will even get a house. The problem is very easy, right? Right? It's called discrimination. Even almost homeless like me have discrimination minded. So it's very fair and square. I'm giving a comparison. So conflict. What kind of conflict we are facing? All Africans want to be a manager. Not only manager, the lead, coordinator position. All upper highest position they want. Or almost all of the highest position they got at the American environment right now. So what is the main problem? They got highest position, they are African, or they are Middle East, they are Indian. So even they got the highest position, they cannot hire American or Chinese. They cannot give the order to the American or Chinese. This is the way they are facing the problem. If you feel pity on them, you need to give it to them. Or if you are manager, you can force your employee to give it to them. Is that fair? So think by yourself before you force your employee. This is from the African or the immigrant point of view. How about first of all, American and Chinese point of view? They have their own attitude. What kind of attitude is that? You are not my boss. I cannot work for you. I cannot listen whatever you said. That kind of attitude. But if you break down like the psychological breakdown, they have discrimination minded. So they just use the excuse, you are not my boss excuse. Am I right? So we cannot control not to escalate that kind of conflict. Both sides cannot reduce their emotion. So the conflict is it. Organization. As a part of the organization, we already aware for that kind of discrimination problem, that kind of attitude, that kind of emotion, we already aware. It's called organization awareness. But they cannot give the empathy to all that forward and fake war people because they are selfish. So discrimination lawsuit, equally treated, store policy, all existed. How do you want to solve that problem? So I'm using bipartisan approach to solve this conflict. In this conflict, I found two factors. Discrimination present, did not want to listen what superior position order. Not even mention your manager. Just a position a little bit higher than you. For example, I am kitchen helper. Right? I'm working at the Abana Middle School. I'm kitchen helper. My name is Kelly Wen. My co-worker name is Olga. She is a server. Not even manager position, not even lead position, not even coordinator position. Server compared to the kitchen helper. Server position is higher than kitchen helper. She want to give me the order. That conflict occurred yesterday. Not yesterday, Friday, this Friday. You can check. Even I might get fired for that one. Because discrimination present. Right? When you check, I have discrimination minded. And then she also feel like inferiority. Deep down, discrimination also exists, right? Not even she is the manager position, leader position. So it is the complication of the conflict, but it is also the main cause of the conflict too. The two factor. So I'm complication main cause. Those are like medical term, right? Terminology. So I'm good. I'm explaining with another way. In other words, the two factors are the reason to cause the conflict, and the two factors are the result of the conflict, right? So how can we manage that thing effectively? Do you want to change the whole team not to have discrimination minded, like the American old woman wanted to solve the problem? Or do you want to solve the problem like Chinese, like me, adjust into the American culture and do not give the order to the lowest position if you have the higher position, right? Everyone can have the discrimination minded. Let them do their job, right? Sometimes, even like For example, I'm kitchen helper. Olga is a server. Olga is an African. Her position is higher than me. She want to give me order. My position is lower than her. Do you think I will listen whatever she said? No. Do you think she will not tell like whatever she want? She want to be my boss too. Right? She want to show public that like I need to listen whatever her said. This is pretty normal, right? Not only Olga, between Olga and me. It's always in every places in the all American store, all the African American relationship, workplace area, not relationship, co-worker level, working together, not even co-worker, working together. That kind of problem, that kind of situation, every place is occur. Alright? So what should we need to do? Olga, you need to control your emotion. Even like it is for the store, you want to say something to the lower position. They won't listen. So sometimes like just swallow or just reduce whatever you want to change. Sometimes you cannot even control your parents. You cannot even control your child. Why do you want to control that kind of lowest position employee? Is that because of the store? Is that because of the store can get a profit? Stop it. Everyone can see that one. You are African and you want to win over American or Chinese. Am I right? This is from Olga's side. How about my side? Everyone can see that one. Kelly, even you have the lowest position. You don't want to listen to African word. Am I right? It is called bipartisan approach. What should we need to do? Olga, try to reduce it. Don't give them a lot of order. Kelly, when she says something, you have nothing to do. Just do it for them. You have the other thing to do. Then ignore it, right? You don't need to like do everything like whatever she said. If you are going to do whatever she said, she will give you more order because she feel inferiority. She feel herself that she is an African and she expecting all the American and Chinese to listen, to do whatever she said. Am I right? So she think like if American and Chinese will do whatever she said, she got the highest position. So that kind of attitude she have. How about Katie? How about me? How about I? I also have, she is African. I don't want to listen whatever she said. That kind of attitude. So both sides need to control their emotion. Right? Do whatever you do. Do your own job. Don't care about me. Don't say like it is for store profit. I care about store. Stop it. Everyone can see where you went. Everyone can see what kind of attitude I have. Am I right? So some of the area we both can control our emotion. Unless you really want to prove, you really want like American and Chinese give you priority, give you the highest position and let you talk, let you give the order. That's different point of view, right? This is called discrimination. Am I right? So like even like all the American and Chinese discriminated to all the lower races, but it is not the right way to solve the people, American and Chinese, not to have the discrimination minded. Even you are millionaire, you are the lawmaker, you are the United States or president. You cannot force someone not to have the discrimination minded. Am I right? Right, the law exists. The law give everything like equally, but in some area, in some places, you shouldn't control a lot. So even like if I say like kind of like even we know all the immigrants are lifetime slave for the American. Is that too much? Is that too insulted to all the immigrant? No, I need to say that part because we always see that way. So even like they are lifetime slave for American, not for Chinese, but we cannot give that kind of lifetime humanitarian chances to all the immigrants because we are American and Chinese. We cannot sacrifice ourselves and work for them and listen to their order because we need to understand that they are immigrant and they are lifetime slave for American. Am I right? So if all of my work are very crucial for you, but just listen it, we need to solve that kind of conflict, including discrimination problem. So I already know the problem, I solve it. Solution. What kind of solution? All need to control their emotion. But as an emotional intelligence of the African and all immigrants need to control more than American and Chinese. They should know that like, American and Chinese cannot give such kind of understanding to African and all the immigrants for lifelong, because all immigrants are slave for American, not for Chinese. Am I right? And also American and Chinese have the right to choose their own boss. Even the law existed, right? If they do not care about discrimination laws, so equality treaty policy and all the stuff, stove policy. Am I right? They also have the law existed, but the law is for not to treat them very crucially. But for micromanagement, they just want like, oh, every single move, you need to care about me. So it means you shouldn't have discrimination minded. Am I right? Discrimination lawsuit, what does it mean? Do not mistreat them a lot. And then that kind of lawsuit is for poor people to escape from mistreated. But you use that kind of lawsuit for to change all the people, not to have discrimination minded. Or you are too smart, too genius. So if you are too genius, what am I? Am I too stupid for you, right? See that one? Because you are too smart. That discrimination lawsuit you use micromanagement and you try to change a person not to have the discrimination minded. I'm not bitching. I'm giving you appraiser. And really, not even appraiser. In reality, you are very clever. You are very smart. Even discrimination-minded people, you change into non-discrimination-minded people by using discrimination lawsuit. Don't do that, people. Even you are smart, you try to do it that way. The other side, American and Chinese, are they stupid enough to let them treat you like this way? And in other words, American and Chinese are very smart and they want to look down on them. They didn't want to talk to the African. This is their own human right. Don't involve into their human right a lot. Because discrimination also exists. Okay? So this is how I solve the conflict. So our manager salaries are really high. So if you don't want to give up your manager salary, you need to fit in and you need to obey the law and you need to solve the problem. Sometimes the law existed. That kind of micromanagement and try to change a person not to be a discrimination minded. Because we all need to be afraid of discrimination lawsuit. It shouldn't happen like this way. If that way happen, discrimination lawsuit existed, right? You are afraid of law, and then or you want to be a good-minded or normal person, and you want to force someone to give a friendship and relationship, your employee. If you do that, your intelligence need to be given back to the God, because God gives that kind of good-minded to you, right? To solve the solution. You can even solve the solution. You want to take that manager position because the highest paycheck. Then give your intelligence back to the God. Am I right? Thank you.